Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T.
Hey.
Tonight we are reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 10.
Oh, okay, that sounds like a lot of episodes.
I know, I'm over it already. Like y'all got with, I mean, like Wendy set us off with the big boom a couple of weeks ago. Then y'all kind of
fizzled. Because ain't shit going on.
So it starts off with Ashley and Candace and that argument at Robin's birthday.
They was acting so ignorant in that restaurant. I was like, y'all doing all that hollering and screaming? Like, I thought y'all was supposed to be all classy and stuff. Y'all screaming at each other.
So Ashley, because Candace called her wide. Okay. And then Ashley response was like, you want to talk about them body shaming or us body shaming Wendy, but you know, what is you doing?
Okay, can I say something about that? They were body shaming Wendy. There's a difference because y'all were all getting together, coming at her at different times about, you know, her newfound confidence. And y'all were trying to break down her confidence one at a time. And Wendy didn't never say nothing to y'all. Now, as far as Candace is concerned, bitch, we arguing. I don't like you. And I'm going to call you a wide body bitch with a big forehead. Like, because I don't like you and I'm trying to hurt your feelings. Stop saying you body shaming. We're not body shaming. We're arguing.
We're playing the dozens. You arguing with me. And then I'm the object of this is trying to see who can hurt who. Okay.
And actually, you're not fat, so stop it. It's not like you somebody who has issues with that. So cut it out.
Exactly. And then Candace says, I called you a wide body out of anger. Yeah, that's what it was. It had nothing to do with your body. Like she talked about her body. She talked about her big forehead. And then Ashley was like, well, you know, out of all of your tats, you never came from my body. She was like, I'll talk about your big ass forehead all the time. And
your husband came for your body last week.
Your dry ass hair.
When you ain't say nothing to him, I said her husband came for her last week. She ain't say nothing to him. And he was like, you're attractive. You're losing your weight. Like, to me, that was body shaming. Your man body shamed you. Candace was just arguing with your ass.
So after they got done arguing, Giselle wanted to take a toast. I have a toast for my beautiful friend and how everyone was so excited when they heard we were celebrating Robin and everybody was so excited about coming out. And, you know, that says a lot about you. I was like, no, the hell they wasn't. They want to tape. They want to be on TV. You get paid.
They're required to do that. Robin looked like she needed a damn nap at her own birthday party. She's sitting up there droopy faced.
Looking a mess. So Mia take that time to say that she's going to have a goddess lunch. And she's inviting everybody there and to let them know that Wendy and Karen will be there as well. And she says to Giselle and them, y'all can take this time to make amends. Giselle was like, that's not happening. Okay. And now this right here what Mia said, well, I have a message for you. Karen is waiting on an apology. That's not what Karen said. That's not the message that Karen told her.
I wouldn't have brought that shit up. It sounds stupid. Like, don't get in the middle of that shit. She should have left it if they'll be there so y'all can figure that shit out at my house.
And once again, Giselle's response is she'll be dead, her and Ray, before she apologized. I'm like, here you go. Here you go. So
that's the third time she did it.
It's not even funny no more. Like, quit saying that.
Like, okay, the first time she zinged on Ray's ass because he ain't had no business saying what he said. You know, so I didn't even think it was that big of a deal because Ray was out of line talking about she better find somebody before she, you know, lose her beauty. Bitch, shut the fuck up. So I wasn't even mad at her for saying that. But now you just keep saying the shit and it feels uncomfortable. Like, stop saying stuff. Like, he's an old man. Like, stop saying that.
Evil. That lets you know how evil she is, you know?
And she meant that shit.
Mm-hmm. So Karen is shooting a video for Surrey County in Potomac. um, and
Well, she did say it was a trial run. Like they kept on putting up like this is Potomac, not Surrey County.
yeah,
But
but here's my
clearly,
thing.
go
She was
ahead.
at a it wasn't like she was hanging at one of the Potomac hotspots and trying to pass that as
No, yeah, no.
yeah. And here's the thing, it's really, and then producers asked her, like, why are you here now in series? She said something like series wherever I am. But it's actually not that uncommon. These people be shooting these movies, they're not in these locations. You
But she
know,
did do one at Surrey County. Like she did, like on her Instagram, she posted where she did because I'm like, what do they even have? So she did do one where she showed what they actually have.
and that's what I was gonna say. She could shoot that part on the park and
Right.
add footage because you do it, you know, when we was doing production here, you buy stock footage of wherever you want, and then you add that to the production later. They don't be really in these
But
places.
they was being so messy trying to act like she was trying to pass it off as I was
Yeah,
like,
she
I
wasn't
don't think
doing
that
that. She was
because she
at
was
the
at a
park.
fucking park. Right.
I'm like, who the hell? She could have been in the backyard. I want to know. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Um. So then we see Giselle with her daughters. And she made a note to say that they visit their dad and they had family time together because, you know, she's going to spend time with Jamal because her and Jamal,
What is her oldest one's name? Grace? Is that one Grace? That oldest daughter?
I think those are the twins. Is that, I don't know, the oldest
She don't do good with her facial expressions. She'd be like,
one. I'm like, girl, please. You still trying to make a case for yourself. Oh, we're friends. Like you guys didn't hurt
I
us.
mean, they already said their relationship with him was shitty and that he only be calling like to, and I think he probably does because he's that nigga. So he probably do be calling, talking shit to Giselle, you know, because he can. And, you know, getting her all giggly and shit.
Mm-hmm. So she asked the girls, when you guys go away to college, are you going to be concerned about me being here alone, being lonely? And they asked her, like, well, do you ever plan to marry again? And her answer was no, because she didn't want to depend on a man financially. Why do you have to depend on the man financially? If you get married, like, marry on your
Because
level.
that's all she's ever done is depend on a man financially.
I didn't know that was a requirement of getting married, Giselle. Everybody don't do that.
I mean, if y'all are both independent and you're, you know, making money, you don't have to depend on him for anything. Like
Exactly.
you might depend on him for some demolition and rebuilding of that.
Please, please, please.
Of that manner. You know, I was like, look at this shit. She got this tacky ass Versace comforter and fluffy pillows and fuzzy pillows and gold pillows and silver pillows and a fluffy rug and a gold table. I was like, she's so tacky. Oh my God.
So maybe her plan is to get with a man that don't do shit else. That's her plan. Is she gonna turn into Robin once she get into have a man, I guess.
She would have to turn into a nicer person. I just think she's too much. Like she don't have no problem probably getting men because she is attractive. It's keeping them. Once they get in there,
because we didn't see her with a new man
she
every
probably
season.
has no problems attracting the man. That ain't her issue. It's getting them to stick around. That's probably her issue because she's so evil.
Evil. You can feel that. You feel that in the soul. I bet you little cats and dogs and shit.
Well, she's probably insulting. She probably says shit to the man the same way she does to everybody else.
I mean, if her kids say it, that she's not a caring person, then you can imagine how she's treating the man.
Oh my. And they need a lot. They need a whole lot.
So now we see Candace come home She's half-assed speaking to her husband. The husband is in there having an afternoon drink, and she's like, "Are you drinking?" She reminds me so much of her mama.
Why would she do that? Why would you set your husband up to look like an alcoholic? It was 4:30.
Petty.
It's 4:30 and he ain't, why can't he have a drink at his house?
He like, "Cause you stressing me the hell out. That's why I'm drinking. Stop
Or
it."
maybe it's the end of the day and I'm finna relax and have this cocktail. I was like, that's what you're gonna do? You're gonna play your own husband? Like, you're
Yep. Yep, because
Oh.
she got her mama in her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It comes out every now and then.
You're gonna mess around and be like Giselle with better style.
And they get into it, and he's talk about her not caring about his job. Like, I do got a job. Like, you know, this is what I do. The cooking part, you know what I'm saying? But she's more concerned about just what she got to do, just manage me. That don't work. Like, I don't think that would work for anybody.
Well, and he's not even a music industry person. Like, I'm doing you a fucking favor. I'm a chef. This is what my passion is. My passion is being in this restaurant.
Right.
And right now, they're a pandemic, and I can't do that. So I have to figure out how to, reinvent what I do.
And really, I was just doing that because the pandemic hit. And so I needed something else to do. I was but shit is starting to open back up, and I got to get back on my grind because this is what I do.
But I feel like even like his career being a chef, that's a passion career. Mm-hmm. That's one of those that people love to cook. What make her think he just gonna put that down and come hold her purse?
She don't care. She's spoiled and she just wants stuff her way.
She act like a whole toddler.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of which, she started doing what toddlers do. She started crying. And she put out a little tissue and dabbed that eye like she do.
Where did she be getting that tissue from? Does she just always have one on her?
She keep them in her titties, girl. You know how them all women pull them out. She keep them in there. You know. So,
you're team too much for real if you got to walk around with tissues. Like, I don't anticipate tears through the course of my day that I'm going to have. Well,
she knew she was getting ready to shoot that scene, and she knew her and him had got into it. So she was getting ready in the back before she came out to shoot her scene.
Be over there with Medici's mama.
Yeah. So now we got Wendy. Wendy, family, they outside playing football. One of the sons, I don't know, they're real close in age. They're like 6, 7, 7, 8, something like that. But they talk about the news footage with the police. Well, first of all, they show her doing her news footage, with her no substance having ass, doing another
and I was thinking of when they showed that, I was like, yeah, her kids probably watch her on TV, and then they do have questions that other kids probably wouldn't have because they listening to their mama talk about that stuff.
Of course. And I mean, and most kids was at home paying attention because they ain't had nothing else to do at that time. And that was the big thing. It was on everywhere, so he want to know. He got questions. He young, and he want to know, like, am I going to be a threat to the police? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, son, you are.
Yeah. And it is sad, like Eddie said, that we can't protect their innocence at this age. It's sad that
it's so sad that that's the conversation you have to have with your kids when they're that little.
Yeah. 7 years old.
Yeah.
They're killing 7-year-olds. So
that's true.
Had that conversation right now, So he says he wants to be like Martin Luther King, and he wants to make a change so that won't be an issue for the kids later on. I was like, and between Eddie and Wendy, that could very much happen. I could see that, him becoming that person.
My daughter, Kylie, when she was older than them, but school was going over like the whole Black History Month thing, and Martin Luther King came up. This fool said she would prefer having a little more Malcolm X. Could she have Malcolm X Day?
Yeah, no.
Like,
right.
Y'all call her Bubbles.
No, Steph wasn't my Bubbles. Bubbles was Malcolm X Day.
He was Malcolm X Day.
Ashley meets Karen for lunch. It was Karen's first time meeting Dylan. Dylan ain't gonna stun her just like the other one that was stunning Karen. Karen, like I said, have particular look, baby. You gonna scare babies away till they realize you as a person, okay? Yeah. She said when her kids had kids, she wanted to be Diamond. That's what she wanted her name to be, Diamonds, but they voted that down. So she just gonna be Gma. Okay. She talked about the
trip.
trip.
Where the hell did she come up with Diamond?
Baby, she said she gonna be Diamonds.
Okay,
that's her,
girl.
not grandma. I don't know what Diamonds got to do with
grandma.
grandma.
Come with grandma though.
No. I got Nene with the grandma and all of that, but
yeah, but Diamonds doesn't make any sense. None.
So she talked about the trip. She talked about, Giselle and them taking Wendy through hoops for the first day and a half. And she said, she dogging Wendy out, but she be wiggling her fat vagina around. Don't nobody discriminate.
Keep on calling her fat vagina. It wouldn't even be funny, but I just don't like Giselle, so I'm here.
Oh my goodness. So, Ashley, who all of a sudden this season is so team Giselle. Giselle is just going through a hard time.
Is she?
I guess, child, she's going through a hard time because she was called out last year. She ain't got over that yet. Okay. And she said that, she needs to open up and talk about, She
shouldn't be embarrassed because Robin's husband is right there in her house and he don't show up for her. So at least Jamal was in Atlanta. Damn.
Well, Karen, she needs to open up and talk about it because she demands that shit from everybody else, okay? You be wanting to know everybody else's business. When we talk about chores, you want to shut down and don't want to talk about it.
Or she don't have none. She don't have no business. Q Beauty shut down. What are you putting your energy into now? That's it?
It ain't that house. We know that. Child, I don't know. So I'm gonna go see a life coach. She talked about when her business blew up,
Blah, blah, blah. The man took their money. We already heard that, Robin.
We've been hearing this since season 1.
Season 1.
So now she's scared to trust anybody because if that's my friend and he can do that to me, I really can't trust him.
Maybe you should wake up and don't let your friends run your business without you knowing what's going on. Maybe you should have a business manager and not your friend.
She said she just want to spend her days with her kids and her fiance. And the lady was like, do you and your fiance, speaking of which, y'all talk about planning the wedding? And she's like, no. Yeah, because he ain't stunting none of that.
You're not even talking about planning a wedding, but you have already decided who's not going to be on your guest list. Now you sound fool.
And you ain't trying to spend the days with your kids and your dude because you don't get your ass.
You have not been trying to spend the days with your kids.
Stop. They can't even get a decent breakfast out of you. So
she's sitting up there talking to the boy about her problems. She should have gave him her money.
Right. Could have. Well, she blamed the depression on her not planning her wedding. I mean, the pandemic on not planning her wedding again. And she said that she would like for him to help her get out of her depression because she was there when he needed to be lifted up. And I'm sitting up here thinking this whole time, this is exactly why you have no business talking to a life coach, because nothing that you said is life coach worthy. This ain't about getting your business together. This is all about your personal life, your relationship, your kids. You
need therapy.
Issues. You need therapy. Not a life coach. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Okay, we at Mia's party, y'all. The girls arrived.
They all
Um,
looked pretty. Everybody looked pretty.
everybody did, but Giselle,
Well,
Ashley and Skylar look really pretty.
Giselle should
I
like.
mean, Wendy and the
I
Skylar.
know she doesn't like her and all, but Giselle should like ring up Karen about a wig. Like, just call her and ask her, you know,
Yeah, no.
because her wig game. I'm like, what does her hair look like? Because she always talking about how damn pretty she is, but she always flopping them stupid ass wigs on her hair or that ponytail. Like,
And you wanted to, and Ashley want to talk about somebody dry ass hair. Her hair be
your
dry,
friend, oh,
dry ass wigs.
because she keep trying to be blonde headed.
Robin came in looking like a bridesmaid. What was she wearing? What was goddess about that?
The life coach told her to plan her bridal shower. She was like, you know what? This is it. Everybody's here. This is my bridal shower.
Girl,
I'm gonna get me a roller set. I'm gonna take the braids out and give myself a roller set.
she looked at a damn fool. She was like she was back
Remember
there.
when Robin had the cute haircut? She should just do that.
She should. She should. Candace she comes with this wig from the video. Shoot, I don't know why she wanted to wear that out. She should have left.
That was ugly. She shouldn't have didn't get that wig.
So Giselle,
did you see the video? I sent you the video, didn't
I?
Candace, I didn't send you her video.
You sent me that horrible Melanie video.
I'll send you Candace video. She walking down the street and the whole time she's like twirling her she got one of those ponytails. That was her dance routine.
So she said, everybody's gonna be in the video. She wanted everybody in there, and Giselle's like, "Is Ashley coming?"
Hell no.
No. And Ashley, she was like, she wasn't invited. And Ashley was like, we respect each other's space. Yeah, because Ashley wasn't coming anyway. So I mean, yeah, whatever. She wasn't invited. So Mia wanted everybody to go around the table and say something nice about everybody else at the table.
Can I tell you how much I hate icebreaker games? I hate them.
I don't know why I'm not going nowhere if we're doing that shit at a party.
Oh my God, I hate those games.
I never hang around those type of people. We're not doing that. Icebreaker.
I did that. Like, I got set up when I was teaching, and they like that was one of the things they suggested. And so I'm like, here's a piece of paper, everybody write your name at the top of the paper and pass it around. And the objective was somebody was supposed to write something nice about the person whose name was at the top of paper. Well, these girls start fighting halfway through the game because somebody wrote some bullshit. And I was like, I knew this was not a good idea.
I hate that. Every time we go to work, every time it was an all staff meeting, it was an icebreaker. And I used to be like, I'm late so I can miss all that.
Can we just get to the meeting part? Like,
yeah. I already got to sit up here and listen to all these trainings. Can we just go through it? Nobody to it. Icebreakers. An icebreaker at a party is, what shot do you want? What you drinking? That's what the icebreaker is.
I mean, I think there's a lot of different things you could do, but not try to get people to say nice stuff about each other when half of the people at the table don't like each other, and you know that.
And you know that. So Ashley tells Candace she appreciate her pursuit, her passion, her pursuit of her passion. Okay. Candace tells Ashley she appreciate her walking in her motherhood. I think that's the only thing she could say about her, because she said that before.
Hell, that's the only thing nice I could think of to say about Ashley.
Yeah.
You got some cute little boys over there, minus your granddaddy husband.
Them boys, them, I don't know about that. I don't know if I could say that one either. Yeah, a good job walking into motherhood. You did it. Robin tells Karen, she likes that she can laugh at herself. And then Karen says to Robin, oh no. Well, Karen basically told her, I get that from you. You know what I'm saying?
Was that a read?
I don't know.
It just felt like
I was like, she get that from, I haven't seen that, but okay.
I was like, is she, what you really mean, Karen?
Yeah. The Robin says to Wendy that she loved her passion for her family. And she's like, you love my passion for my family, but you support the person that's trying to attack my family. I was like, right, that part. No. And Giselle goes to Karen, says, I have nothing nice to say. I was like, this the one I always got. You know, on that paper you were just talking about, she would be the one to write some ignorant
So
ass shit.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't even have to go to Karen. You could have said something about
Why
me.
didn't she just say something about Ashley or somebody else
Yeah.
at the table? You didn't have to go to Karen.
She gets on my nerve.
Then she went after Wendy.
Yeah, she said after Wendy, she said, well, you know, they haven't talked. And you know, so I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? You wasn't trying to talk to Wendy. You wanted Wendy to come to you. Wendy wanted you to come to her. Well, nobody coming to the, first of all, you should have came to Wendy.
You started it. What is Wendy coming to you for? To say what?
Right.
You started the shit.
Because she feels like, just like this whole mess with Karen, she felt like that they need to kiss her ass.
This is the thing too, I noticed with Wendy. When Wendy be trying to read a bitch, she sounded fool. She should not do that. She should just speak intelligently like she know how to do. And because Giselle don't know what to do with that. When Wendy come at her and her CNN, Giselle gets all flabbergasted and know how to answer that. So Wendy, I would say just be smart and speak smart and don't try to read a bitch because you be sounding crazy when you do that shit. Well, that shit is ignorant anyway. Where did everybody start? It's gonna be a read. I gotta read the bitches. Why? When did we start doing
Atlanta? They start Atlanta Housewives. Everybody want to be freaking Nene. Stop.
It ain't always funny when Nene do it.
Well, you know that's how Nene got to be Nene. You know what I'm saying? You know, the first couple seasons, everybody liked Nene. And since Nene became popular like that, everybody wants to be Nene.
Yeah.
And she got annoying as hell when Nene was doing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't anymore. You know, then Mia chimes in. It was like, you know, I will say that Giselle said that she didn't believe the blog. She said, but it would matter if she said it, if she keep talking about it.
She brought it up. You brought it up over here. You brought it up over there. Yeah. At the grocery store, bringing it up. You're on the podcast talking about it. You bring it up every chance you get. For somebody
you went over Ashley's house and wanted her to talk about it. And she said, if you were my friend, you would have came to me about it first. Period.
Or said nothing. How many times have you heard some shit and you go, well, I don't know about that. I'm not repeating that shit because I don't know if that's true.
Right. That Giselle wanted it out there because Giselle wanted the heat off of her and Jamal. Point blank, period.
So you're going to aim at Wendy?
So hard. She wanted to come in on this episode and this season and ship it off of her real quick. That's all she was doing.
Well, we don't give a shit, Giselle, about Jamal. We already knew that was some bullshit. Bring your beautiful daughters on more often because I like them.
She ain't gonna do that either because she get red every time her daughters come on, so she ain't gonna have them on there too much.
Well,
but all in all, though, Wendy says she received whatever shit that Giselle apologized for, and that you know, she gonna play nice for now. And Giselle said, and just to let you know, I am not trying to destroy families. That's Karen. I was like, since when Karen tried to destroy?
How did she try to destroy families?
Like Karen said, she need to charge her rent because she is forever in Giselle's head. Okay.
Always. They both need to pay each other rent because Karen does the same thing. They both do it. Like y'all need to stop.
Oh my goodness. So the question came up. I think it was Candace. Candace asked the question about the reunion and all the information that came out. Is that the reason why you and Jamal split ways? And she was like, no, because this was a new information. And then so she said, well, why didn't you say that then? Like if it wasn't new, if you wasn't hearing that for the first time, why didn't you just say that?
And
She
why are
said,
you mad?
Karen to show her ass.
No. Why are you mad?
Right. Who told you this information? She was like, Jamal. The thing about it is, it wasn't about whether it was new information or not. You was walking around there acting like y'all was in a relationship and all of that was a whole ass lie. Yeah.
Why?
I know that you know it was another girl. I know that
And your kids like
out
were
there.
not hurt. Your kids were not hurt. They told you not to get back with that nigga. They was
They
like, don't do it.
Don't throw them kids in that. My kids was hurt because that was their daddy. The kids didn't want you with them. Your daddy was the first one to put his ass on blast.
They didn't think they liked that man, their father.
You were forcing them to be around
him
because they didn't want to be around him.
Doing photo shits and shit. And he didn't show up for that.
And they were so uncomfortable when he had that restaurant that he opened up in their name. They were so uncomfortable sitting at that table with him. You know, she gonna have to deal with that. She gonna hear about that when they get older. But you know, Candy says she's so proud of Giselle for expressing her feelings because she just never heard Giselle.
Is that what she did? She was expressing feelings. I missed that part.
It sounded like some more
like, I didn't see that part where she was expressing her feelings.
Well, Karen told her that if I hurt your children's feelings, that she apologized. And then she's like, who is she talking to? She need to be apologizing to me. So then Karen apologized. If I hurt you or your children's feelings, she apologized. She wasn't happy with that. But shit, that's the first time she
wasn't expecting that. She thought Karen was gonna keep going. And Karen was like, bitch, if this is what you need to hear.
Right.
Now I apologize first before you did. What? And now what?
Right. So Robin was like, come on, guys, let's just wipe the slate clean. And then Giselle said, I agree. If my girlfriend is telling me what I need to do, then I'll go ahead and do it. That's how the episode ended.
They need to be planning their engagement party.
Exactly.
So she can get excited because Giselle over there giving everything she needs. You're my friend and you're a wonderful person. See, Juan, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Go on and be with her, child.
Juan is like, can you get your ass up? This is so
lazy bastard. Feed these kids. These kids, you ain't get up to noon. You know how hungry you be by noon if you ain't ate breakfast? Them kids,
they don't know how to fix. They know how to fix a peanut butter sandwich.
They can't because they got to sit there at the computer. That's horrible. Jeez.
I remember my daughter was supposed to be in class. I mean, she was there, but the class was boring. I looked, and the door wasn't even closed. Like, it wasn't like she was in her room with the door closed. I'm looking right at her, and she's like this. I was like, look at her. She's supposed to be in class right now.
I think I would be like that too. I don't know. I give it to them kids. Like, I'm one of them that I do good with online classes, but not for me to sit here and look at you for hours at a day. I don't know how the kids do that.
Well, the way, like,
my assignments.
It's different because Katie wasn't put in online school because of COVID. She was already in an online program. So she has a class that it'll last an hour, then she'll get a break, then she'll have another class with a different person. So she's not just sitting there all day with the same person. But some of them be boring. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if you have a child in homeschool as a parent, you have to get involved or else they're gonna be bored to damn death. Because but I mean, they got YouTube and all kind of stuff to interest them. It's just, if you're taking a nap until 12 o'clock in the afternoon, Robin, you don't know. You don't know. Because you should have been like 48. You should have been in a panic when you saw them grades.
Didn't bother.
Nah.
She went on back to sleep.
She like, I gotta go to sleep because Giselle having this podcast later, and I gotta get dressed and go over there and whatever they do over in the West Wing.
Horrible. All right, y'all. So on that note, go like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to this channel. Drop down, leave us a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.